Hello, everybody. This is World of Milton with my co-host Chris.
Hello.
Third episode. All right. I'm gonna give you a couple quick hot takes. Okay.
No.
I was dropping off my daughter this morning at high school, and on one of my radio shows called The Show, they were talking about Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Okay. And okay, it's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So that means it's rock and roll,
right?
Heavy metal.
Not.
Okay? Yeah.
Guess who it was?
Yeah, no, I know. Okay, like
say it.
Like Missy Elliott and some group called the Spinners, which was like Motown type stuff.
They're
like,
not
look,
even rock.
I'm not bashing any of that, you know. Oh, and then country western, just change it from Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to Music Hall of Fame, and then you could put whoever you want in it, because for the longest time it was just rock and roll and heavy metal, and I'm not sure if they've succumbed to the pressure of like, oh, you guys are being racist, why don't you put in black rappers, you know? It's just like, whatever, just change the title. It just confuses me, like, yeah, rock and roll metal. Missy Elliott. Okay. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say on that.
Okay. Second hot take?
The second hot take was I went to the dentist today to get a cleaning.
Ew.
It always sucks going to the dentist. I was getting a cleaning.
In your mouth. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but even that hurts because they scrape the hell out of your gums.
Ew.
And it was sort of a good thing, bad thing of like, oh, you need a deep cleaning. So I didn't get the pain today, but I'm going to get it in about 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks when we do our podcast, I'm going to be in a lot of pain. So that'll be an interesting one, and probably on drugs.
Oh, boy.
Okay. And the third thing is something that happened at my work, and then I don't want to say where I work, okay?
Yeah, just don't say it. Just
Exactly. Let's just say I work at Walmart, even though I would never fucking work there, okay? We could spend a whole podcast on why I would never work at Walmart. No, it was a cashier lady, okay? And one of the kids in the carts spit on her, okay? Ew. And now this lady, you are not to mess with her. She's a way cool lady, but do not push her buttons. She said that she wanted the mom defended the child and said, "Oh, it's only a child," you know. She told me she wanted to take that lady outside and fucking beat the shit out of her, okay? and a lot of people say that they're gonna beat up somebody, but you can see it in someone's eyes, that like madness and hatred, and just like you've been pushed too far. I mean, there's nothing worse. Like I think it goes like spit's the worst, then a slap. You know, if you're gonna do anything to me, just punch me, you know, and then I'll punch you back, you know. Do not spit on me, do not slap me, because I might kill you. Maybe, I don't know, just all depends. But yeah, so okay, so my take on that is, and I see it all the time in this place I work at, which some people know, some people don't. I see two types of attitudes with parents. There's ones that let their kids do whatever the fuck they want. They're always almost running into me. They're screaming. They're just off the leash, okay?
Right.
And then the other ones are ones that if they do something, then they grab them and beat the crap out of them. And I almost feel like telling them, hey lady, it's not the 80s anymore where you can beat your children, you know? Because in the 80s you could beat them in public and it would be cool. It'd be like, oh yeah, that kid needs an ass beating, you know?
Jeez.
So like, just find some type of happy medium. Be like, when you get home, like whisper in their ear, I'm gonna beat the crap out of you, you know? Then they'll be quiet. They're not bothering the customers. Okay, and they're going to be nice kids, and then they're going to get their ass beat at home like the way they need to be. Okay, there's a little. I'm okay with a little bit of capital punishment. Okay, Jesus. Anyways, those are my quick hot takes, and now we get to stump Chris, even though he can never be stumped. It's not about stumping Chris. It's just more getting them to think, maybe make them feel uncomfortable, maybe draw some answer. Okay.
Okay,
so,
I'm ready.
Okay, so first question. I thought that this would be a good question to ask you, considering you're Asian, right? Yeah. Okay. Korean, South Korean, right? I mean, if you did a DNA test, there might be some Chinese or some other surrounding
everybody says.
DNA. Yeah, that's just...
I'm pretty sure I'm pure Korean.
Okay, yeah, I can see it because you sort of do look like you would be pure Korean, but it wouldn't surprise me. Okay, here's my question. Okay, ready?
Okay, I'm listening.
All right. Can Asians handle their alcohol?
No.
Okay, why?
I feel like they get drunk easier.
Okay, that is a valid point. Okay, because I thought you were gonna be like, well, you're gonna give me that typical answer like, well, they can handle alcohol like any other race, black, white, whatever. Okay.
I see him.
Okay. Here's the truth of it. Okay, on the Asians. Okay, this guy's a tall motherfucking Asian. He's 6 foot. Okay, he's Yao Ming. Okay. But my point is that a lot of Asians are like on the smaller side.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, and so the less weight you are, the less alcohol you can take. But what I want to get to is that, okay, I'll be honest, like most Asians for the most part can handle their alcohol like everybody else, for the most part. But there is a certain percentage of Asians that cannot handle their alcohol because they lack the enzyme. Let me see what the name is. It's sort of a fancy name. Alcohol dehydrogenase. So while most people are drinking,
right,
and the enzyme is breaking it down as much as it can, it can only break down so much. I mean, if you're having 10 beers and 4 shots,
of course you're going to be drunk.
Yeah. But what happens to these Asians is at the first drink, what do you think happens?
They pretty much are drunk. They're straight up buzzed.
They're buzzed, right? But on top of that, there's a physical evidence of them being wasted on one beer. Their face gets flush. So if you're ever out there and you see in a bar and you see that an Asian is flush, sort of like when you get really embarrassed like that, then you know that Asian does not have lacks that enzyme.
Interesting.
Yes, learned that in biology class. Okay, so before everyone throws, oh, you're racist.
Look,
you hate Cheetos and a little bit, right? Okay, that's a little stuff. I'll take it.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Now the only 2 times I've actually seen it is in Wasians, which I hope is not a racist term. He's cool with Wasians. My friend at work, he described what he was, and I'm like, oh, so you're a Blaxican, I
don't think it's racist only if you make it.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. You're right. Yeah. You're right.
Just be careful though. You never know.
No, for sure. Yeah. Okay, so to technically be correct, half white, half Chino, half white, half Asian. Okay. Yeah. So 2 of my friends fell under that category.
Oh, really?
1 beer, 1 wine cooler.
Yeah.
Boom! Just like, because they're Asians, they got a little bit more white in them, and it just flushes their skin and they're wasted. So yeah, put that in your little knowledge, okay? Yeah. And share that and be that person at the party, like, make it sound like, oh my God, this guy hates Asians. No, he doesn't hate Asians. He's just pointing out that
he's just smart.
Quite a few of them, a percentage of them, a good percentage of them lack that gene. Okay. Question two. Okay. What's the one ability that you wish you had that you see in others but that you don't have?
Ooh, there's a lot of them.
Okay.
Because people have better qualities than me. Having the courage to go out and do stuff, Okay. I feel like I'm closeted and stay home a lot.
Okay. You do your Dungeons and Dragons, your video games.
Yeah.
So you wish you had a little bit more. You wish you were a little bit more Leo.
Yeah. That's why I need you to drag me out someplace. Okay. Say, hey, let's just do stuff.
Okay.
Like the qualities you have.
Yeah. No, for sure. For me, because I want to answer this question.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Usually, I'm the type of person, and that's why I like doing these podcasts, that after the fact, I'm able to explain it in detail. But when confronted right away, sometimes I freeze up. My emotions get the best of me. I'm thinking someone's offending me. Yeah. There's so much fucking traffic in my head that I can't fucking answer your simple question. 10 minutes, a day later...
You're like, oh,
I'll text you, I'll call you back and be like, that question you had, I figured it out in detail. So I wish I had that. I'm always jealous of people that, like, you just throw something at them and then boom, they quickly say, you.
Oh, look, we're just going to exchange
exactly.
We're all set, guys.
Or my friend Lauren, he's just, I wish I really had that. That would help out in so many different aspects of life. Okay, and then my last question.
Number 3.
Oh yeah, okay. This is my favorite one.
Oh no.
And then I'll give you what mine is. No, it's not. This is not a stump question. Yeah, I already got one little tiny stump, so I'm happy. Yeah, exactly. I'll take it. Okay, what is your favorite curse word?
My favorite curse word is definitely fuck.
Fuck. Okay.
Because it's funny to me. I don't know why. Something bad happens, right?
Yeah.
You pause for a couple seconds for community effect, and you just say fuck. Just like that makes me laugh.
Sure.
Every time I laugh, dude.
Yeah.
How about you?
Mine is bitch. Okay.
Do you say bitch or something bad happens?
Yeah, for sure.
It's the
for
same
sure.
for me
Okay.
when I say fuck.
Yeah, exactly. That's my the equivalent of fuck is bitch.
Yeah,
okay.
for you, yeah.
So I'll tell you when I use it and
Right.
when I don't use it.
Okay.
Okay. I always use it for my dog because that's where the term comes from. She's my bitch, and
Rude.
I love my Cheweenie bitch.
Well,
okay?
she is a female dog.
She is
so
a female dog.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly. And I usually say bitch to inanimate objects, which you were saying the Japanese feel that they have a spirit or something like that,
Yes.
right? Yeah, and in some way it makes sense because, like, if you think about everything is energy. Even
Yes.
solid stuff
Has energy.
it has energy.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, if I'm working on baling stuff and the machine isn't working, or
You
it's
call it a bitch.
yeah, and usually it's my fault, but I want to blame it on the inanimate object because it can't talk back to me. Yeah. Now, have I ever used bitch towards my wife? Hell no. Okay.
Yeah, because she'll kill you.
She'll kill me. I've been married for 2002, going on 21 years. Okay.
You don't want the chocolates.
Yeah, I don't want the chocolates. Yeah, it's like totally disrespectful.
Yeah.
Now, have I ever called a girl a bitch?
Uh-oh.
Yes, when she's a cunt.
Oh,
Then I do. And then
Milton.
what is it? The feminists out there are like, oh my God, you can't use the C word. It's like saying the N word or the R word or the F word, which we know all those, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Give me a break, okay? I mean, like, if I say that you're a bitch when you're really a cunt, I should be calling you a cunt. It's because you are, okay? So
Well, Australians use the C word a lot.
Oh,
so,
do they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They do.
All right. Maybe I need to move to Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Is there any more questions?
No, I think that's it. I wanted to add some other ones, but I want to get this under
Sure.
30 minutes so
Of
people
course.
will watch it. You know,
Exactly.
they
You
see
don't
an
know
hour or
They're
2
like,
hour,
no,
like
yeah.
our first audio podcast, and
yeah,
only
no.
the hardcore fans watch it. One guy at work, Victor, he's like, no, I like the longer one. So this is for you, Victor. Okay,
Next
so
segment?
yes, so this is where the bulk of the time is going to go. I do
Right.
top 5. I had 8 top 5s that I've written out,
Right.
and I had my friend Chris pick one out.
Yep.
We got a little off track last week, so I wanted to bring it back down. Okay,
Right.
so this is top 5 things you need to know about the greatest city in the United States.
It's number 1 in California.
Yeah, definitely. San Diego. I used to think it was pretentious when I would read on the boards, San Diego, America's finest city. You know, and I was like, you know what? I mean, it is, but it's like, it's saying finest. It's not saying like best ever or most amazing.
It's
so
just better than the others.
Fine is good. I mean, fine is
Yeah,
like
it's finest.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's my top 5. Okay.
I'm listening.
Number 1, our neighbors are TJ. Okay. Fun place. Tia wanna come to the gangbang? Yes, you do. Okay, where did I get Tia wanna come for the gangbang? It comes from Tom Cruise's one of his earliest movies called Losing It. Him and his LA friends, 4 of them, come down to TJ to party, have a good time,
they do.
and lose their virginity. Okay.
Yes.
Now, all the things that are illegal here are quasi-legal over in Mexico. Okay,
Sounds about right.
and I want to say always have cash with you.
Uh-huh.
It's called a bribe, which in Spanish is called the mordida. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you ever get busted for something you're not supposed to be doing or get pulled over. It used to be a 20, so it might need to be 40 now because inflation has
Give 'em
gone.
40s.
Give them 40.
So you give the mordida
It's
to the police,
it's-
yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
give the mordida to the police.
Police,
Yeah. Don't let them see and hide your other money. Okay,
Yeah.
you don't want to like open up your wallet and there's loads of 20s or hundreds or something because they'll just take the whole thing. You know. So yeah. So you can drink there when you're like 14.
Yep.
Okay. You could go to strip clubs, which are strip clubs.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like I said, afterwards, after you're done going to the club and having a fun time with your friends or your girlfriend, you go out and for $1 you get the bacon wrapped hot dog. Okay, it's $1 and you get so much flavor for it. It's the bacon wrapped around the hot dog with salsa, mayo, and ketchup. Okay. it's amazing.
Of course.
And yeah, and like I said, the most important thing is to always have money on you, whether it's to get a taxi or to bail yourself before going to jail. Because if you don't, and you go to the jail, then the inmates in jail are going to say, Tijuana, come to the gangbang. Yes, you do. And no, you don't, okay? That gangbang is a completely different gangbang.
Okay, moving on. Number 2.
Yeah, number two. Okay, number 2. Okay. All right. Next. Most people that are watching this are probably from San Diego or California. So they're from 20 miles north of the Tijuana border lies the 8 freeway. Okay, the 8 freeway by Marcus Allen, who went to Lincoln.
Yep.
Called it the line of demarcation, and it is true. Now, it's changed a lot because people that used to live on one side live on another, and other people that lived up there live down, so that's changed. But in the 70s and 80s, anything below the 8, you know, you had your Mexicans and your Latinos down in the South Bay cities, like Nasty City and Chulawana or Chula Vista.
Oh, you mean National City?
National City and Chula Vista, exactly.
Okay.
And above the 8 is where the well-to-do or white people, okay, live.
Milton.
No, it's true.
Really? I never heard of this.
Yeah, no, it's
this is news to me.
No, absolutely.
Okay. What city is this north of the 8 then? That you're talking
okay, so this is what it is.
In the 80s, yeah.
This is what it is. When I was a kid, I lived in Chula Vista, okay, or Chulawana, or Chula Vista. We would basically just go to Mexico because my dad worked there.
Right.
And if we did pass the 8 freeway, we barely passed it by going to Mission Beach or Mission Beach. That's as far as you went. There was no reason to go further past the 8. There was nothing up there for us. It was
all the white people.
It was all the white people, exactly. I want to say, like, I mean, it's not like you cross the 8 freeway and then automatically, oh my God, I went from the ghetto to paradise. No, sorry, you're still in Paradise Hills. No,
suburbs.
Yeah, the suburbs, exactly. Yeah. I want to say it probably starts at around La Jolla. There's that thing where it's starting to change, the Claremonts and other ones, which still have aspects of below the 8. But once you get to La Jolla, Del Mar, Encinitas, which is Encinitas, and so on.
You keep talking about the rich places.
It's the rich places, exactly. And how do I know this?
How do you know? Tell me.
Okay, you're like, oh, that was a long time ago that shit happened. White people live in South Bay and Mexicans live in Escondido, which they do because Escondido is like Chula Vista North, you know. But yeah, to see Mexicans living in Del Mar or Rancho Santa Fe, if they were living in the house that they cleaned, okay? They weren't living in the house that they owned, okay? I'm just being real with you, okay? Anyway. I'm being as Latino as I can.
I know. Continue.
Yeah, okay. So one time, this was back in the early 2000s, I went to Encinitas, which is Encinitas, okay? My friend invited me to a party, so I was house sitting, I grabbed one of my friend's shirts. It wasn't like your typical shirt. It just had like this sort of furriness to it.
Right.
It was a very Latino thing to wear, okay? So I walk into this party, I look around, and I'm like, oh, wow, it's Hitler's Youth Group. Okay, fine. And it isn't but a few minutes later that I hear someone saying, La migra, you better run before they get here. I look around. There ain't a black person. There ain't an Asian. There isn't even another Mexican in the room. Obviously, they're talking about me, okay? Since I lived in South Bay for most of my life, it was rare to hear disparaging remarks, you know? But that let me know my place and thought, okay, I've gone too far past the 8 freeway. Time to head back down. And from the South Bay, all I did was a lateral move to Rancho San Diego, which is East County, which is a combination.
What are we Actually, we're our own thing. We have all the Chaldeans.
Yeah, we have Chaldeans, which for those of you who don't know what Chaldeans are, is they're Middle Eastern Christians. Okay? And then if you go further east, then you get into white trash territory. The Santee, the lakesides, and stuff like that. That's a little too white for me. I need to stay close to my South Bay roots, Spring Valley, you know. Yeah. So
we're in East County though.
What do you mean?
We're in East County right now.
No, we are in East County.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're saying we're in the mixed area.
Yeah, we're in a mixed area where the everything. South Bay is starting to fade out and it's turning into something else. Yeah. But if you keep going further east, then it gets really white.
Right.
Okay.
We're in the good area.
Yeah, we're in the good area. I mean, Rancho San Diego is
right?
is probably one of the best East County places you could be in.
Yeah.
All right.
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay. For the longest time, and this bothered me. Okay?
What bothered you?
We were a big town, not a big city.
What?
Okay, yes.
San Diego?
Yes, okay?
What?
I mean, let's rewind it back a little bit.
Okay.
There's no place to watch fucking concerts except a dilapidated sports arena.
Yikes.
There's no such thing as Legoland.
What year is this?
Okay, this is...
What year are you talking about? Why are you laughing?
I'm talking 70s, 80s.
70s?
Yeah, probably most of the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else didn't we have?
Okay, what we
have
Legoland. Okay. And then what makes when you think of big cities, New York, Boston, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Chicago, what do all those things have in common?
Big parks.
No, I figured you'd know this since we do a sports podcast called The Sports Truth. They're all teams that are heavy in sports, okay? They got a football team, they got a basketball team, they got a baseball team.
No, they all have parks.
Okay, they all have parks. Fine.
So I wasn't wrong.
Okay, you weren't wrong, but it wasn't the answer I was looking for.
I was going for that.
Okay, sorry. I was trying to involve you in the conversation and not
freaking viewers hate you when you do that.
Okay, yeah. So let's review the sports history of San Diego.
Oh, you mean all of our loser teams?
I'm old enough to remember in the 70s and early 80s when the Clippers were here.
No.
Okay, nobody went to the games that were at the dilapidated sports arena. Even back then, it was a piece of shit. Okay. What do they do with the Clippers? They send them to LA.
Yep.
Like, that made a lot of sense. Now they're the redheaded stepchild to the Los Angeles Lakers because everyone worships the Lakers and the Dodgers, so who gives a fuck about the Clippers? If LA wants to send them back down here, we can handle it now, okay?
What do you mean, Milton? We're always in the loser town.
All right, fine.
Every time.
You know what? If we're San Diego, then we should be able to...
Able to what?
No, I mean we live in the most amazing city in the United States, so that you can't. Yeah, I know you can't have everything. So we're not a sports team. Chargers.
Oh God.
The choking cursed Chargers. CCC. Okay.
It's the owner.
And they left us to become the orphan childs and rent. In the Rams
I know.
aren't even loved up there, so what does that make us? Like, oh my God, it's not very good. Okay, so there's the Padres. Okay, there's some silver lining. Okay, I like to have a little silver lining in my clouds. And the Padres had like a $75 million payroll when the Red Sox and the Yankees had $300 million.
Yeah.
So things are changing. Okay. We got a new owner. He's spending money. I think we're in top 5. I mean, $300 million. I was shocked when they said they were going to pay Machado $300 million, and I was like, okay, yeah. And then Tatis, and some other big players.
Are they trying to win?
They are, but Padre fans, you're still a little bit of ways because you need to spend that next $300 million on a Cy Young because pitching wins baseball.
Yeah.
You take the top hitter and you take the top pitcher. You know who wins? The pitcher. You know how I know this? The WBC. What the fuck's the WBC? The World Baseball Classic, okay? It was Japan against the United States. Japan had their pitcher, I forget what his name is because I don't know baseball that much, against Mike Trout, who's the best hitter in baseball. He struck him out 3 times. So Padres, you want to win a World Series? You want to go to the World Series? Get yourself a pitcher, okay?
Please.
Yes, exactly. And you know what? Another thing going for the Padres, we have the best baseball park in Major League Baseball. Is that my opinion? No, that's the opinion. Gooch. No, it's not even Matt Gooch. Matt Gooch's opinion holds high for me. It's everybody that's been to Petco Park, that's been from Boston or New York or a lot of those places, Wrigley Field, that have had their... No, they love it. They come here. I mean, think about this. Okay. And I'll mention this in my other one, actually, because I'll save it for that. Okay. Number 4. We have the most optimal weather, not in the United States, the fucking world, okay? Yes. All the continents, all the countries, okay? It might be beautiful in some other place, but it's humid as fuck and filled with insects. Yeah. Okay, so what's the bad side of optimal weather? Well, first of all, every other city, pretty much everywhere, has autumn, winter, spring, summer, and I know I messed them up out of order.
Right. Of course you did.
Yeah, but in San Diego, it's cold summer, warm summer, hot summer, chill summer. They're just different variations of summer, okay? Yeah. There's no such thing as winter or fall. The leaves are falling.
No,
whatever. It's just,
It's just summer.
It's summer. You know what the bad thing about that is that San Diegans bitch and complain.
Yeah, we do.
Because, oh my God, it's not high 60s, low 70s with the sun out with a slight breeze, you know? It's cold. It's 50 degrees. Yeah, people in the Midwest and Northeast and South are like laughing at us and being like, stop being a little bitch. It ain't cold. It's breezy. Right. Oh my God, it's hot. It's 80 degrees. It's 85. No, it's not. Hot is triple digits in the desert of Vegas and Arizona when it's 117 and you're sweating balls, okay? And you know, it does suck though. It's like Christmas Day. You're excited to open your presents. You have your whole family around you. Right. And then it's fucking 80 degrees outside and the sun's beating down. Please. If there's a San Diego God out there, okay, or weather God, let it be cold. Maybe even let it rain just on Christmas, please. Okay, I don't want summer. The other day I walked out and it was April. I'm like, fuck, summer's here already. Okay, and another thing, when the rain hits in San Diego, everyone becomes a bitch ass driver and just causes accidents because some people slow down like you're supposed to, and then some people speed up, and then the people that are usually slow drivers, they drive slower, causes all these fucking accidents.
All right, next one.
Okay. Now, last one is the gas lamp. I'm going to tell you what the gas lamp was when I was a kid, okay, in the 70s and early 80s. I would drive through it. My dad would need to go pick up something. I would look outside. Lots of homeless, lots of Cineporn shops, concrete jungle, you know, and in fact, the gas lamp, or what it was referred to before San Diego downtown, was basically a sailor's whorehouse. That's when the sailors came in. They couldn't do those things on the ship, you know, because it's a bunch of dudes. I don't think there was chicks allowed back then, so they come, they go to the local whorehouses, have a little fun. Okay, that's all changed. What changed it? Late 80s, convention center, followed by celebrity restaurants, and then the second phase came in with Petco Park. With Petco Park,
gentrification.
Yeah, exactly. Major gentrification. Yeah, with Petco Park, this is with Petco Park. Okay, my wife went to the game yesterday to honor one of her young teacher friends. Don't go for the baseball game. I don't even fucking like baseball unless it's the playoffs. I don't want to watch 162 games. There's gourmet food. There's breweries. There's just everything you can imagine. Great seating.
The dating life.
The dating, exactly. Yeah. If a fucking game breaks out, that's the cherry on top. Don't go to a baseball game and be like, oh, that was boring. It was 1-0. You did it wrong. You were supposed to go get some gourmet tacos. You were supposed to go get a nice brew of what was out there, and then you spill out into downtown, and then you go to the whatever's there. Nice drinking hole. Whatever. So those are the 5 things. I've lived in San Diego all my life. I've lived in a couple other different spots to do comparisons. I was very sort of anti-San Diego because I was like, there's got to be something better than this. Our sports teams suck. We have no stadium. We have no concert places to go to. We have to go to LA, or we have to go to a different place. We're just a big town. We're sad, okay? Now I wish all that wasn't true, because too many people found out about our secret. Too many people are coming here, but we are built on tourism.
Yes.
Anyway, okay, so that's my top 5. Any other questions you have as...
No.
No? Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's it then.
All
right, till next time with our top 5. That top 5 was like PG-13. My other top 5s are a little bit more rated R. What's the next thing above rated R?
X.
Yeah, X.
Sex ones.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe a little bit of that. All right.